Welcome into my camera in a video that I am going to talk little and show more. For the understanding is I had a dream last night and it showed me exactly how I should number my shapes. And I wake up this morning, and instead of getting out of bed in the realm of the thought where I thought I knew it exactly, I went back to sleep. A terrible thing to do. So we all know in the understanding between this shape over here, how do I get this perfect shape of 4 and O? How did I get this? I came together with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 4, 1, 4. This area here was just like this area here. All I did to this area was I went to Tetris and I made a Tetris move. Tetris piece, Tetris piece. Okay, then I went ahead, okay, and I made another Tetris piece. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then I took it and I put it in a box. And then I colored in the box. Here's the letter L. And here's the letter L. L over L. Then if I wanted to go deeper inside of her, I would go to the L and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is a hole. But we need doors on these holes. We need to reduce it. So we go inside and we reduce it. These doors all flip backwards. And then they flip forwards. One over the other, each one interlocking on top of each other. Wouldn't that give height, is what somebody said. Yes, but it will give height to one side and then the other. They'll be on top here, one level higher, one level higher. Like the doors will come here. There's a top and a bottom. Don't forget there's a top and a bottom to this. Okay, just because we didn't look at a parking lot was made on the other floors, in the other parking lots, right? The other parts of the parking lot. See the depth. Whatever we do is more depth and reality than what we actually see. This is the top of the building. We have the staircase that winds all the way to the top. Remember the staircase, as it winds to the top in a circle. When you come out a flat door. The D angle can be D in or D out. There's all kinds of things we can do with our letters, just like this. I did the same thing, and I ended up with 1, 2, 3 fish. Why does this fish get 4 and these two get 3? Because these two eyes point this way. 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 Everybody pointed here. If I wanted to point them out, I wouldn't be pointing them here. But you can't do out and in at the same time. Here you could, because you wear their eyes. This one wears their eyes, and this one wears their eyes. That's why in the deck of cards, the queen has 4 and 4 eyes, 8. And 4 and 4 eyes, 8 for the red. It's 8 and 8, 8 black, 8 red. The jacks have 6. 6 black and 6 red. Excuse me, not 6 black and 6 red. They have, 6 black and 6 red. Because the jack of spades, is it the jack of spades and the jack of hearts both have 1 eye? Which jacks have 1 eye? Now I'm a little mixed up. 1-eyed jack. So if there's one jack has 2, the other jack has 2, that's 4, then 1 and 1 is 5 and 6. So that means there's 6 on the red, 6 on the black. 2 jacks have 2 and 2, 4. 2 jacks have 2. So now we have to understand 2 jacks, red, black, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. What is 1 and 1? It is the top of the card and the reflection, equaling to 2 and 2 eyes. But this is for the red and the black. Now, this is for the 2-eyed jacks. 2-eye jacks. They each have 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. They now have 4 and 4. This is 22. This is 44. 4, and 8. So we're back here to the angles of the fish, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 eyes to see this direction. What is this? I had to close in the box with just these. That created this. Here is number 3. We go to number 6. We go over to 5, into 4, and down to 7. We go from 1 over to 2, all the way down to 5 and 8, and into 9. The numbers are 1 and 2 and 5 and 8 and 9. The other numbers are 365.47 days time of Christ's creation of Alpha. 18. Don't forget, these are 4 numbers. This one and this one rule. 4, 5, 6 is in between. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take away the 5. 3, 6, 4, 7 says moon rules. Because these are the numbers to the moon. And Christ. And time. And this is how they work. If I wanted to reverse this, this will reverse. Do you want me to show you how it reverses without even changing the colors? I just reversed it. In this formation over here, this is now 1, 2, 8, and 9. But you see the way 8 and 9 is now in the next color? 1, 2, 8, and 9. So we now have to have 1 and 2 blue, 8 and 9 yellow. And then we would have 7 and 4 blue, and 7 and 4 blue, and 3 and 6 yellow. Now, if we take this as we're here one more time, okay, as we turn it again, understand every time you turn it, the design. Now look at the design, the way it's going. First, we had a building that was standing up. Now it's no longer a building. It looks like some kind of shaft, slots. Here, we get 1, 2 in blue, 8 and 9 in yellow. 1, 2 in blue, 8 and 9 in yellow. 5 divides them. Here we get 3, 6 in blue. 4 and 7 in yellow. Now 4, 7, 8, and 9 go together. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, and 6 now go together in this design. 1, 2, 3, and 6. 6, 3, and 1 within the light of creation of the AC power of the Venus. 2, 6. 2, 6, 8. Not 2, 4, 8. 2, 6, 8 doubles the world, and we play out of Neptune. 2, 3 equals to 6. 2 and 6 equals to 8. 5 and 8. Whichever way you want, 5 and 8. I'm just trying to see which way I want to take it. But at the end, we're always meeting over here. This, okay, is in the 2 position. When I turn the camera, it's now in the 6 position. When I turn the camera again, that position is in the 8 position. When I turn the camera, I'm trying to not lose the camera, I end up looking like Philadelphia. Philadelphia, right here. P and L from the other side. L, well, because you have to use this as something. So you can reduce this area here for a digital. You see the way it's a chunk that's taken out of it? See the way there's a chunk? How many more designs can I make within it? Now what we're going to do to over here is the questionnaire I had is how would you like to make the letter A? Would you like to make the letter A this way? Or would you like to make the letter A this way? Here is 2 halves equaling to 1. They used up the corners of here and here, but the square of this is 2 by 4. The square of this is 2 by 2. 2 by 4, 2 by 2. 2 ways of Grover Cleveland. Can I make the A inside this? No. I can only make the first part of the A, but I must have a hat on side of it and make the next part of A. Do. This is the way Russia sort of makes their A letter. The other part of A is on the corners. Here's the corners. First crossing of the tip, 1, 2, 1, 2. We don't come out by 2, but look what we have to do. As far as we have to come out here is how this one comes out over here. 1, 2, 3, all the way to this point. All the way to this point. Do you follow what I'm saying? It comes out 1, it comes out 1, 2, and then the empty spot over here. So in place we put separation and we only go over 1. Separation. So we have the distance of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 1, 3, which is 2 and 1, 2, because there's 1 in the center. This is 4 and 1. This is 2 and 1. Oh, excuse me, this is on the dot in the center. This is 0. This is on the dot in the center between 4. This will be 4 and 1. This will be 3. This will be 2 and 1. This will be 1. This will be 0 and 1. This will be 1/2 because this is the dot that separates the line. But what I wanted to show you is that these are the coordinates. This is your first A. And then when you jump, you have to remember you have to must jump a whole block. So by the next time I make a jump, my next jump is down here. It's coordinates. So we would make the letter A coming off a square. I take the square, and all I have to do is go 1 square above the square, and I make my A, and I go 1 square above my square, and I make my A, and from my A, what's left is the area space we have in the center. And when you create that area space in the center, and you put your wings on it, you put your wings and your hat, you end up with the Star of David, taking your A and A. So what is A? A is the total space on the outside. This is what happens to it on the inside. You lose it. You think there's a block when there's no block. This is an empty space, and this is an empty space. This is an empty space, and this is the empty space. Yud, Dalet, maybe, or Lamed. So this is the Lamed letter. If you take a look in Hebrew, okay, this is now the Lamed. Why? Right here is the Lamed. This here is now the Yud. Lamed Yud. This, can we call it the Sameach? Can we call it Tav? Which letter can I give this? I'm not sure which one I want to give it. You can take this and change this part over here. You can change this. How would I change it? Why would I change it? Would I put a pillar over here and a pillar over here, Tetris style? So we did all this. We did the making the A this way compared to making the A this way. Because in reality, it takes 2 corners to create the A in the center. And I didn't have to do anything. 2, 4, 6, 8, A goes over here. Why is number 1 over here and number 1 and 2 over here? Because this one here is the center of both sides. And it's A. And when it shows 2 sides, it'll show 2 mountaintops, and this is like a fingernail over here. The fingernail is the whole nail. Okay? This is A. What does A do? One has side here, and one has side here. Side A and side A. We have 2 side A's. A, and A. The inverted A. A was a V on one side and A with no V on the other side. No notice. Note ice, 14 and 15. Why with no V? Well, one is coming into the other. One is a thinker, one is a gateway. There's one gateway for this one in and out, but this one is a free-flowing gateway because it's a continuous thinking. Don't forget, I'm making part of this up right now to understand it. This becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 4, 1, 4. Now, if it's 4 and O, maybe it's just counting about this. If it's this, it'll say what? 1, 1, 1. What are the real numbers of these over here? Another thing I wanted to mention was this. Swastika over here compared to that swastika over here. What would happen to this swastika? How do I number this swastika? Well, what we have to understand is, A, these might all just be boxes, and this folds over to the side. This is a corner, folding everything over to the side. Secondly, it can be the straight numbers as they are, but they're all half boxes. How do I give them numbers? I gave 1 above, 3 below, 2 on each side. Only within here is their spirit. I gave 6, 5 over here. 3 and 2 is 5. I gave 4 over here. 1 and 4, 5. 2 and 3, 5. 1 and 3, 4. 2 and 2, 4. 7 and 6, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 8 and 5, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So that's how I stretched it out. This is about 6 years ago. I believe the swastika was not only created for the Germans, but I believe there's another meaning in the shape swastika. The infield of the baseball diamond. The swastika has 4 empty spaces. In baseball, there are 9 positions. On the swastika, there are 8 points plus 1 center equaling to 9, which the pitcher pitches from in between. Nobody has its own area. The pitcher is an in-between area. So this is my thing over here. I guess I had 2 pages for this. This is something I did 10 years ago or 8 years ago inside my art. There's a stop sign in the center. Let me just go through another page. Here's one. Listen to this. As I was on my PC screen, it reads ski, 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 ski. Sky, 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 sky. 91, 91, 91, 91. 19, 30, 39. C-I-E-L. 39. C-I-E-L says sky, sky. C-I-E-L is 3, 12, 17, 27, 29. The sky. The 2 nines, the 2 birds, the creation of the third 9. 3, create 1 and 2, you need 3 and 4. Because 1 is in the middle of 2, giving it 3. In 2 and 9, it's in the middle of 9. 5 and 9 is into 9, 5 is into 9. But 3 doesn't show 2, 4, 6. 3 shows 3, 6, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. This can only last in 3 worlds. This can go into 4 worlds. 91 times 4 is 364. 13 moons times 28 is 364. Plus 1 red joker, 365. A day and a year and a quarter. 4 quarters pass, we add a leap year. The black joker to make up the 366th day on the 4th year. Possibly the 4/6 is repeating like 4 quarters to $1. 91 upside down is 16. Since this is the spirit, this must be the light. Since we are 1 quarter, then all we get is 3 quarters into life. 2 and 1, and 2 and 2, 3 and 4. 2 and 1 is an automatic. 3 and 1, and 2 and 1. 2 equals to 3 equals to 4. This is the way it would set up. So my 3 plus 1 is 4, and 2 plus 2 equals to 5 and 3 electric company. This 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 would equal to 4 and 2, which equals to the cat of electric company in Neptune. This is in Neptune. 9 and 5. Neptune and Jupiter work together inside DC 3-4. This is almost like a coding for an index. 888, 1111, awareness of the Messiah. Be aware 88 Messiah is actually 00. As say the 00 Messiah, the 8 or the 8, also called the snowman, turned sideways, shows 8 but mentions the snowman. The snowman usually has 1 zeros for his leg, his body, and his head. 3 zeros. The ball of the stomach, the midsection, 1 for the head. This is 3 zeros. Or in my mind, the representation of the single 0, which is the head. The body and legs come together. This is the coming of the double Messiah, which means, I don't know, but I can tell you a story if you'd like to know. So I have over 1,000 pages that I wrote before I began. I even had I have the minutes from right at the beginning when I started doing this whole thing. So what is the double Messiah? I believe that he's born to the earth. He has the elements of connectivity within the higher realms of the sky. And when it's time, they'll come down and they'll process him one step further so that he can be cleansed, to be chosen, because becoming of the earth, they'll believe you, and not born to the earth, then you weren't in our society to be able to truly see. Even though you'd be thousands of years older, you weren't without the knowledge. You have to do it with one. So the double Messiah would be two rings over the person who can see. Instead of just a single ring, there's now two rings. Or a ring has been removed so the full vibration can be felt. There must be a ring that our heads don't open a little bit more, to let a little bit more impulse. So they put a wreath around us like they did around the moon, and it sort of ripples around the ring. It's like, this is tight, tight, tight to my head, but I need my head to go out. You see the mark it left over here? Look, you see there's no mark here, right? I'm going to do this to my head. You see the mark? You see the mark? Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Oh my God, I didn't even start the video. Oh no. Do you believe me? Thank you for watching. In the year 72, 86, 57, 75, 2015, T.O.